Hello, I am Francisco Ruiz, the author of PassLok privacy app, and the purpose of this video is to do a walkthrough of the user interface of PassLok. Once you load it from its safe server passlok.site44.com or simply passlok.com, you will get this screen, which is the complete program. If you need some help, you can always click on the help button, and that will load another tab which has a whole bunch of instructions on how to do things. For instance, to verify PassLok's integrity, you click on it and you get instructions. Or if you want something else, you click here and you can hide it by clicking on the title again. There's also a manual that you can put in another tab. It's a PDF, so it's probably better read in a larger screen. Anyway, let's close this. And there is the Learn mode. That's the first thing I want to show you. So if you click on this, you get the title. You click on this, you will have a special message every time you do anything. It will tell you whether you want to do it or not, and you can cancel it at that moment. Then you have the key or lock box, also has a title. You can click for instructions. And here's where you would put a key that you come up with or a lock that derives from the key, so you can send a message to another person. You can type on it and it will not show anything. You have a key strength indicator which will tell you how good or how bad the key is. And if you want to see it, you can always click on this checkbox. A good key will have capitals, will have numbers, will have special characters such as I'll eat 44 bananas. That's very good because it has all kinds of characters. If you want to make the lock that corresponds to that key, you click on the Make Lock button. And right now I'm asking for confirmation because I have Learn mode clicked. So I can say OK, or I could cancel it. This is a lock. I can clear it with this button. I also have a clear button in the other box. The next box is the text box. Here we have some instructions. And here is where I would put a message that I want to lock, or I want to unlock, or I want to stamp so that people know that I'm the one who wrote it, or I attest to it, or you can verify that stamp. The locks also appear here when they are produced. There are a few buttons at the top that will allow me to do special things with the text here. For instance, if I click on the email, if I just type hello and click on email, that will open the contents of that box and the default email. I'm not going to show you right now. Well, in fact, I'm going to show you. It doesn't matter. Only logs are allowed for email. That's right, because anything that is in plain text by default is not allowed. It's only going to allow you to say something that is encrypted as a special security measure. You can also click here and do an SMS. Because this is not a real phone, even though I tried to make the screen look like the way it would appear in a phone, nothing is going to happen. Nothing will happen. I can also make a QR code, so I can show it to someone who might be next to me, and I can give them a lock, for instance, that way. If I click on QR, okay, this is what appears, and somebody with a smartphone can get that string. You can get more than 500 characters on a QR code. Let me turn off Learn mode now that we'll see how it operates. Okay, then I can make an ID. An ID is a special string that corresponds to whatever it is in this box, which is unique. If it's short, of course, it makes no difference. But if I have something very, very long, it will still turn it into a string containing only 64 characters. Another name for the ID is an AES256, which will allow you to identify uniquely anything that you put here. Let me clear it. Then you have buttons to lock and unlock a message. Let's do a quick demonstration. So again, my key was I eat 44 bananas. I want to make it with a capital. It will tell me it's very good. And here's my message, hello. I can lock it, and it turns into gibberish. This I will be able to email. If I click email, it will allow me to do it. It will call my email provider. I don't care that you see my address because I want you to send me messages and tell me how you like it. And you can just supply the recipient a subject line and send it normally. This also works in a smartphone. If you want to unlock it with the same key, just hit lock unlock again and it will work. Now let's say that you want to stamp it. Stamp it will add a stamp corresponding to this message. You click this. Okay? In order to verify it, you'll click the same button again, but here you should have the lock installed so that somebody who's not you, who doesn't have your key, can tell that it was signed by you. Then finally, you can select it, so you can copy it, you can cut it, you can put it somewhere else. Then we have decoy mode, some instructions, and if you click on this, what will happen is that every time you try to lock something, for instance, or you try to add a stamp, it will have a second message. Let's say that I don't have this anymore, and I want to lock it. In decoy mode, it will ask me for a second password, for instance, help, and a second message, help, I'm held prisoner. Okay, and the message that you get here contains both the original message and the decoy message, the special message. When you hit unlock, it will ask you for that. I believe it was help. And the hidden message. It comes here ahead of the main message. The hidden message is undetectable. So that's why I call it decoy mode, because you can potentially have a harmless message as the main message, and the really important message is the hidden one. And no one will be able to tell that it is there. Here are some credits of the people that helped, that actually wrote different parts of the code that is fully inspectable. You can look at it by just doing Control-U. Let's do Control-U for the heck of it. So I'm viewing the source. It's downloading again the source from the server, and it should appear here in a moment. Here it is. This is what you're executing. And if you know some programming, you can read it all, and you can make sure that there's no backdoors, there is no reference calls to any place, it's not stirring your keystrokes, doing anything foul. You can store it somewhere else, you can run it from your file perfectly well. And that concludes the presentation on PassLok. Once I close this, it's gone. It's gone. It's nothing there. My passwords are not stored anywhere. Thank you.